Zombie movies have always been something that has interested me since I can remember. I don't know what it is about them, but I'm just drawn to them. Yes, we have vampires and Frankenstein's monster, but they just don't scratch that monster itch for me. The idea of something once living that would never harm another human being coming back to life and eating the living just fascinates me. But recently, the zombie movies that have just come out of Hollywood are just boring me now, and I say this after watching 28 Years Later just 2 weeks ago. This was a film I've been looking forward to since I first watched Days. In fact, 28 Days Later brought zombies back to the forefront again, and it was a film that was credited with bringing the zombie genre back from the dead. While personally I've never classed them as zombies, just infected people, it did inspire the next generation of zombie media. I've actually been finding myself looking to Korean media for my zombie fix, and it's just doing something that Hollywood isn't doing these days. It feels fresh, it feels fun. Thanks to streaming sites like Netflix, I now have a range of movies from all over the world to get my teeth into. The first Korean zombie movie that I can remember watching was the movie #Alive, which was released in 2020, and it came out at the right time as COVID had just hit and everyone was pretty much quarantined into their homes, just like the main character from this movie. This movie felt fresh to me. The zombies were fast, just like 28 Days Later, which introduced the idea of fast zombies. And then again with the Dawn of the Dead remake released in 2004, but then that idea vanished. Zombies got slow again, and for me, slow zombies just don't feel scary anymore. The zombies in Alive were more intelligent, almost as if they remember their old lives. In one scene, a zombified firefighter finds a bit of rope that's been used by our survivors to transport food to each other. Now, any other zombie movie would have just had the zombies walk past this, but not this one. He looks at it, thinks for a second before he climbs it, remembering how he may have done this in his past life. Now, intelligent zombies aren't new. We had Bud in the 1985 Day of the Dead, who was given items and seemed to know what they were and how to use them. And then with Big Daddy in Land of the Dead. But as more zombie media came out, they got dumber again. I personally think what may have started the downfall of Western zombies may have been the show that helped bring it back onto mainstream TV. The Walking Dead, which originally aired its first season in 2010 with, now let me say it without butchering it, 5.35 million viewers tuning in for its first episode. Got it right. As the seasons went on, and by season 5, the average same-day viewership was at 14.38 million, according to The Hollywood Reporter. The show ran for 11 seasons, eventually ending in 2022. While the show gained critical acclaim when it first aired and had millions of fans around the world, the show began to decline in viewership around season 7, when a certain someone got the chop. Do I do spoilers in this video? Damn it. Glenn died. Personally, I was more upset about Abram. For me personally, once I got to the season with the Whisperers, I found myself growing tired of the series. The storylines had gone repetitive, and with the loss of its main character, I felt like it wasn't worth watching. How many times can we see our heroes face a new group who wants to kill them? The stories just weren't doing it for me anymore. I missed the time of them struggling and just wandering the world in the early days of the apocalypse. When Fear the Walking Dead got announced and that it would be taking place at the start of the zombie apocalypse, I got excited. This is what I wanted to see, the fall, the collapse. But within a season, that was done. We were back to our usual Walking Dead. What originally drew me to the spin-off was gone. Yes, we still had the early days, but I wish more time had been spent on the downfall. I could only get through the first 3 seasons before giving up. I've recently tried rewatching it, but struggled, but this time I only got halfway through season 2. Also, Morgan, I'm sorry, but I'd skip his episode now. It's my least favourite character. I also believe that the many spin-offs we've had since haven't helped. How many are there now? Wait, let me see. So first off, we have Fear the Walking Dead. And then we have The Walking Dead World Beyond, which, quick question, did anyone actually watch this? Because I've never heard anyone talk about this show. Like, I can't even name one character. Like, I genuinely forgot this show even existed until I checked out how many spin-offs there were. We also have Tales of the Walking Dead, which I actually didn't know was a show. And looking into this now, Google is telling me it never even aired in the UK. But please correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. We also have Walking Dead, Dead City, The Walking Dead, Daryl Dixon, Book of Cowell. What, I don't actually know why they're called 2 different things. And The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. The timelines also now seem confusing as Glenn and Maggie's son Herschel is now 17 in Dead City. Seeing all these spin-offs doesn't make me excited anymore. It just makes me sigh to myself and go,
"You're joking. Not another one? Oh, for God's sake, I can't stand this."
But with that many spin-offs, it feels like it's falling into the same trap that I feel Marvel has fallen into. But this time it's zombie fatigue. Like Marvel, the constant release of superhero movies and shows just got overwhelming. To the point that just this year alone, they're releasing 5 different shows and movies. And looking back at around 2018, it was 12 in 1 year. I remember getting a new movie every few years and getting excited, but now it's exhausting. And this is what I feel is happening with The Walking Dead, which is a shame as I really did enjoy The Walking Dead when it first came out. It just needs a little break. Okay, I think this video has turned into me ranting about the show. However, I am looking forward to what Korea has to offer in the future with zombies. I'm looking forward to season 2 of All of Us Are Dead, which I believe they're currently shooting right now. Without spoilers, they did do something very interesting with a certain bunch of characters, which I am looking forward to seeing how they expand on this. Do I think zombie media is dead? No, but I think Western zombies might need a little break, unless we can do something different and creative with them. While I'm here, I might as well give you some zombie movies or shows I recently enjoyed, which you may also like. First one is #Alive. I did talk about this a little bit earlier, but I'll go in a bit more detail. It's about a guy who's trapped in his apartment during a zombie apocalypse and has to learn to survive on his own. As I said, this one came out during COVID, so at the time the audience also felt the same way as the character. Obviously just without the zombies. Train to Busan, I hope I said that correctly, is about a father and daughter who goes on a train to Busan, but a zombie is also on board. They have to survive the undead with other passengers in a confined space with no way out. It also deals with a strained father-daughter relationship and what a father would do to save their kid. All of Us Are Dead, which is a mouthful to say, but I finally said it right, is a TV show about a bunch of school kids who get stuck in a classroom after one student turns into the undead and starts turning others. The show is about friendship and about what some people do to survive in a crisis, even if it means harming others. Kingdom is a period TV show set in Korea, so don't expect any modern gadgets. These zombies are a little different as they only seem to be active during the night, which gives our characters time to prepare and for us as an audience something a little different. One Cut of the Dead is a Japanese movie. I've only recently seen it and honestly I don't really want to spoil this one as it's something a little different and I don't really want to ruin the story, so just go and watch it. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was a lot about me talking and moaning about The Walking Dead. I'm sorry. I haven't made anything like this before, so I really hope it was a nice watch and you guys did enjoy it. Let me know what zombie movies and shows you've been enjoying recently, or if you're also suffering from zombie fatigue. Put them down in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will hopefully see you in another video. I stream on Twitch, YouTube and TikTok 4 times a week. This is my schedule. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!